From the outside, their life looks like a dream. The luxury homes, the designer wardrobes, the glamorous events, the picture-perfect Instagram posts. Hailey and Justin Bieber seems to have it all. Millions of fans scroll through their feeds, double-tapping the glossy images of sunsets in exotic locations, expensive date nights, and cozy moments with their 10-month-old son, Jack. But behind the perfectly framed photos and carefully curated captions, whispers are growing louder. Whispers that suggest their marriage might not be as flawless as it appears. And if the latest reports are to be believed, those whispers have turned into a steady hum. One that points to Hailey being the quiet anchor holding the family together while Justin battles a storm only he truly understands. The story making headlines paints a very different picture than the one their followers know. According to alleged insider sources, Hailey Bieber is exhausted. Not the kind of exhaustion that comes from staying up too late or juggling a busy work schedule. This is deep, bone kind of weariness that comes from constantly holding things together when someone you love is unraveling. These reports claim that Hailey has taken on the role of the irresistible parent in the household, a grounding force for their young son, while Justin has allegedly been erratic, unpredictable, and emotionally difficult to reach. It's said that Justin has been navigating a particularly challenging chapter in his life. Between adjusting to fatherhood, keeping up with the demands of a music career, and dealing with shifting social circles, the pressure on him has been immense. Friends allegedly say he hasn't been this down in quite some time. The kind of down where the sparkle in someone's eyes fade, and even the simplest tasks feel like heavy burdens. For Hailey, this has meant stepping up and stepping in more than ever. The report suggests she's been the one creating stability for their son, Jack, managing daily routines, and making sure their family life doesn't spiral into chaos. She's the one fielding the rumors, absorbing the criticism, and quietly working to keep their world intact while the man she loves trying to find his footing again. It's a delicate balance, giving Justin space to work through his struggles while still being the steady hand guiding their family. But no matter how grounded you are, that kind of emotional labor takes its toll. Even the most patient and loving partner can feel the strain when the weight of the relationship seems to rest entirely on their shoulders. According to their alleged sources, Hailey has been doing her best to remain compassionate and understanding, but she's human, and there are moments when the exhaustion seeps through. Still, despite the struggles, the insiders are quick to point out that the chances of divorce are slim to none. Hailey and Justin reportedly aren't even talking about separation. This is a couple who married in 2018, renewed their vows just last year, and continue to share public declarations of love. They are said to be deeply committed to working through whatever challenges arise, even if the path isn't always smooth. Hailey, as the reports claim, understands that headlines speculating about her marriage come with the territory. She's married to one of the most famous men in the world, a man whose life has been under a microscope since his teenage years. She's no stranger to the cycle of rumors and scrutiny. But that doesn't make it easier to endure, especially when she's already carrying so much in her private life. The thing about celebrity relationships is that they are often split between two realities, the public image and the private truth. Publicly, Justin has been posting happy videos, smiling moments, and snapshots of a seemingly blissful life. And to be fair, that might be part of the truth. But anyone who's ever been through a rough patch knows you can post the brightest pictures while quietly weathering the darkest storms. Social media, after all, is a highlight reel, not a full account of reality. If these allegations hold any truth, then what Hailey and Justin are experiencing is something far more common than most people realize. Many couples, celebrity or not, find themselves in seasons where one partner has to carry more than the other. Maybe it's illness. Maybe it's a career pressures. Maybe it's personal struggles that have no easy fix. It's the silent, unglamorous side of love. The long nights, the hard conversations, the compromises that no one applauds you for making. It's worth noting that Justin Bieber's journey has never been without challenges. From his early days of skyrocketing fame to very public battles with mental health, he has been open about the toll fame has taken on him. In past interviews, Justin has talked about feeling isolated, overwhelmed, and even mistrustful of people's intentions. For someone who has lived almost their entire life in the public eye, it's not surprising that the pressure sometimes boils over behind closed doors. Hailey has often been credited as his grounding force, the one who helped him slow down, refocus, and build a more stable life. But being someone's anchor is no small task, especially when you're also navigating your own career, public scrutiny, and the pressures of motherhood. Add to that the glare of constant attention from fans and critics alike, and it's easy to see why even the most resilient partner might start to feel worn down. There's a quiet complexity in being married to someone like Justin Bieber. You're not just marrying the person. You're marrying the global brand. The fan expectations, the paparazzi, the endless headlines. You're remarrying into a life where your relationship is dissected by strangers, where every smile or frown is analyzed for meaning, and where even the happiest moments can be overshadowed by speculation. It's a dynamic that can amplify every small disagreement, every misunderstanding, and every rough patch. In a private relationship, those moments can pass quietly. In a public one, they can become front-page news overnight. And when the reports start claiming your partner is a loose cannon or going through a difficult time, it's not just a private concern. It's a public narrative you have to manage. According to the alleged sources, Hailey's approach has been to give Justin the space he needs to work through whatever he's facing. She's not trying to force solutions or demand instant change. Instead, she's focusing on keeping things as stable as possible for their son and trusting that Justin will find his way back to a healthier place. It's a strategy rooted in patience, but patience can be exhausting when the challenges feel unending. One source reportedly said, "He hasn't been down like this in quite some time, so there's concern." That statement, even if speculative, hints at deeper layers. Perhaps past episodes where Justin has struggled and Hailey has been by his side. Relationships often have repeating patterns. And if this is one of theirs, it means Hailey has been here before, navigating the same storm and hoping it will pass. Of course, not everyone believes the rumors. Some fans point to Justin's upbeat, public post-appearances, and seemingly happy demeanor as evidence that things are fine. And they could be right. Social media speculation has been wrong before, but as anyone who's lived through difficult times, a smile in public doesn't always mean peace in private. Sometimes it's just the mask you wear. Until you can sort things out. If there's one thing this story makes clear, it's that no marriage, no matter how glamorous and immune to hardship, love doesn't shield you from stress. From mental health struggles, or from the weight of balancing personal and professional demands. What it does give you are the motivation to keep trying. Even when things get messy. For Hailey and Justin, the path forward will likely be the same as it is for countless other couples. Communication, compromise, and a willingness to fight for the relationship even when it's easier to walk away. And according to the reports, that's exactly what they are doing. There's no talk of divorce, no plans to separate, just two people trying to weather a season of difficulty together. The truth is, the public might never know exactly what's happening behind the scenes. They might see more smiling photos, more loving captions, and assume all is well, or they might read another round of headlines about struggles and tension. The reality could be somewhere in between. Moments of joy mixed with moments of frustration, victories balanced with setbacks. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the real story isn't about whether they are happy or struggling, but about the fact that they're still showing up for each other in the midst of it all. Because in the end, that's what lasting relationships are built on. Not perfection, but persistence. As for Hailey, if the reports are accurate, she's proving that strength doesn't always look grand. Gestures or public statements. Sometimes strength is quietly making breakfast for your family, even when you're exhausted. It's showing up for your partner even when they're distant. It's believing in the person you married even when they're not at their best. And for Justin, if the stories of his struggles are true, the hope is that he'll find his way back. Not just for himself, but for the family that's counting on him. The pressure he faces is unimaginable to most. But so is the love and support he has in Hailey. That combination could be exactly what he needs to navigate this chapter and come out stronger. Until then, the world will keep watching. Some will root for their success, others will predict their downfall, and the headlines will keep coming. But behind all the noise, there's a marriage. Real, complicated, and imperfect. And in a world obsessed with fairy tale love stories, maybe the most relatable thing about Hailey and Justin Bieber is that they're just two people trying to make it work one day at a time.